Hey guys, X Lugo here. I am bringing you a Chronomancer leveling build. So, Path of Exile 2 started, and I was looking at all the classes, with the Huntress coming out. So, I was like, everyone's going to pick the Huntress. And when it comes to the Sorcerer, never played the Sorcerer in Path of Exile 2. I was looking at builds of my own, just scouting around what can be played or whatever, and everyone does a Stormweaver. Nobody shows the Chronomancer any love. So I decided to play the Chronomancer, and I actually really enjoy it. So for my 1% of people who want to play Chronomancer in the PoE 2 community, hopefully this guide helps. And if you're new here, please subscribe and like the video so the video can be pushed out in the algorithm for other Chronomancers who want some help with a guide that they can see my video too. And everything will be written down in the link or in the description below with a link to a written guide, if that makes sense. You could just click the link, you'll go to a website, and everything will be written out. I will go over the website right now. Stay tuned. Also, at the end of the video, there'll be some clips of how the build works. So if you stick around, watch that, perfect. If not, just click the link in the description and everything will be written out for you. Thanks for watching. See ya. Alright. This is going to be the written guide here. The link to this guide is going to be in the description below. This is just an easier way so you can come back and just look at the things as a written guide, pretty much. So, Chronomancer leveling build. The build overview is this is build for the 1% of people in Path of Exile 2 wanting to play Chronomancer. Don't worry, I got you, because there's barely any builds out there, really, for the Chronomancer. We're going to be focusing on lightning damage. We're going to be using Spark as our spam, Orb of Storm, and Mana Tempest to strengthen the Spark for a smoother clear speed. This disclaimer, I am new to the building community, so this is not a perfect guide. This won't be one-shotting bosses, but this will be helping you as a guide to beat bosses maybe on your first try or second, or maybe even third once you feel, you got the rhythm down of the boss mechanics, and it will be satisfying doing so. I really hope this helps. Don't forget to click the video, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe. Yeah. All right. Gear wise, if you're using a staff, these are the staff mods you would want to get. Sigil of Power is gotten at level 25. So before that, you can use any staff you wish. When it comes to like the skill wise, there's like Firebolt, Lightning Strike, I think, and another one, Freezing Shards, right? If you don't want to use a staff, I did use a wand and focus when I was leveling up, just in case you got better RNG in the vendors. Quick tip, every time you level up, check the vendors because they will have new gear for you, and sometimes you can get really good stuff, really good upgrades for yourself. So here coming down, oh, another thing is this is just a general idea of what you want to look for your gear. This is not like what you need mandatory. As we level through the campaign, we're always getting new gear, so we're just switching out things. But let's say if you get like a staff, the certain amount of things you want to look for are, let's say, plus to all lightning spells. That's really good to enhance your spark damage and your Orb of Storm and everything else you're using. Increased spell damage, no brainer there. And then let's say you get increased lightning damage too. Cool. If you get like cast speed and stuff like that, that's really good too. Same goes for like the chest piece. If you get Spirit's very handy, just like the amulet. If you get Spirit, that's super handy too. And then coming down here, that's pretty much what I explained here for you. For people who want to use a staff, levels 1 through 25, use whichever staff you want to use with the mods listed above. And then at 25, switch to the staff that grants you Sigil of Power skill. That will give you a boost of damage versus bosses when you freeze them with your time freeze or electrocute them with your spark, whichever one comes first. Like I said here, this is other mods that will like give you good benefits if you get them on the gear. I think I misspelled that. Oh well. Coming down here, your skills. Your main spam, Spark. These are the support gems. I did put them in order on importance. So the first gem, like the first support gem, is more like to get first. You know what I'm saying? Like you should get Pierce first, and then this one, and then this one. Coming down here, Flame Wall is what you're going to be using before you get Orb of Storms. Once you get Orb of Storms, you can drop Flame Wall if you wish. If you wish to keep using it, you seem like your damage is still a little lacklusting. You can use both, but it just means you're going to be pressing more buttons. Coming here, these are the support gems for Flame Wall. You got Fortress, Persistence. Later on, once we drop Flame Wall, we're going to use this for our time freeze. So our time freeze is longer. Coming down here, Orb of Storms, Chain, that. Arctic Armor is our first spirit we're going to get. Coming here. Now this is, if you have extra spirit, you can put this on. If not, it's okay. You don't have to put it on. But when you do get extra spirit, this is very handy for mana regeneration. Coming down here, once you get Mana Tempest, make sure to use this. This is very powerful. The thing with Mana Tempest is the longer you stay in there, the more it eats up your mana. So I highly recommend just standing there a maximum of 3 seconds and then like kind of scooting away from it so it doesn't put your mana to zeros, so you can keep casting and keep your damage uptime up. Blasphemy is later on once you get more spirit. Put the curse here to reduce their lightning resistance. If you have enough spirit, if you were lucky enough to get more spirit on a gear piece, you can put these support gems for that. Later on, you'll get time freeze, and like I said before, you'll take off the support gem from your flame wall here and just move it down here. So that way your time freeze, instead of it being 3 seconds, is going to be a couple extra seconds here. And I'll show you what to do to enhance this as well in a passive tree. This one, I barely use this. This is pretty cool. I mean, it's an after image where it keeps creating after images, and when you press the skill, it like teleports you back to where you were like a couple seconds ago. It could be pretty handy to get out of like a swarm. But I barely use this. The cool thing about this is if you can time this very well, let's say if you use Mana Tempest, you're casting Spark, you almost run out of mana, and then you can time this, pressing this, it will revert you a couple seconds before, and your mana will be full after Mana Tempest, which is pretty handy. Coming down here, later levels, Spark, you should switch the support gems to these 3 here. Once you get like higher level support gems, you'll be able to use these. Same thing with Orb of Storm, just drop Chain, add this. Like I said before, Flame Wall is not needed after Act 1 unless you enjoy it. I'm not going to stop you unless GGG nerfs it, and then that means they stopped you. I'm just kidding. But anyways, like I said, use the support gem Persistence for time freeze. Add support gems to Blasphemy when you have enough spirit. Alright. Passive tree. We can start with the Ascendancies. The first one you're going to get is Quicksand Hourglass. Every 10 seconds, you gain 50% more of cast speed for 5 seconds. So if you know this is going to activate, like 10 seconds is almost passed by, you can kind of like synergize with this and drop a Tempest Storm and Orb of Storms, Tempest Storm, Mana Tempest, and then that way for 5 seconds you have really fast cast speed. For your second Ascendancy though, you're going to take this off and go this way, all the way down. Get this one, so you get the first skill we're going to be using, the Rift, and then come down and get your bread and butter, your time freeze. So again, the first trial you do, you get this node. The second trial you do, you take this node off. So then you have 2 points, so you can go here for your first point and second point here to get time freeze. Time freeze is going to help you out with bossing. And anytime you have a ton of enemies that are swarming you, you could just freeze time and just kill them. For your third trial, if you get to it and you're able to do it, just get back and get Quicksand Hourglass again. Those are your three. The fourth one we don't have to worry about now because that's late game. So the passive tree, what I done is I go this way, collect all the intelligence I can, keep going up. For tributes, we're going to be mostly focused on intelligence. If you need strength or dexterity, just get strength or dexterity. Some skill gems, support gems will need some few points at the one of them. Just get them if you need them. When you come up here, come down here, get this little branch here, and then get this little branch here. Don't worry about these. Don't worry about these yet. Once you get these two little branches, we go straight up. Keep going up, 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 all the way up here. Turn right. Come up all the way here. Get pure power. You see, 2% increased lightning damage per 10 intelligence. That's why we are putting a lot of points into intelligence, especially if you get gear that has intelligence. You'll have a lot more lightning damage. Once you get this, keep going to this way. You get here, get this, get these nodes, more intelligence, more lightning damage, like I said here. Get these nodes here. Come down, get these nodes here. And then continue your way here. Don't worry about this. Leave this for later. Keep coming down here. Don't worry about this. Leave this for later. Keep going down here, here, all the way down, here, 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 and get this one. More maximum lightning damage. This will increase your spark by a ton. You will definitely feel the difference. Once you get this node, come back to the beginning and start getting these nodes here and these nodes here. Once you get those nodes, finish up with these nodes here and these nodes here. By the time you complete this tree, you will be pretty much done with all the acts and the campaign, and you will be ready for maps. I wrote everything out for you guys, the pathways, if you wish to read them. Coming down here, the ascendancy orders here as well. When you have 2, drop Quicksand, Hourglass, come back, get Quicksand, Hourglass on your 3rd ascendancy. The jewels, we do have, I believe, 2 sockets. If you do decide to go on the trade market and get a jewel, this is the most important one you can get on a jewel, is skill effect duration. What that essentially does is just makes your time freeze last longer. If you get that one with either elemental damage or lightning damage, that's perfect, or spell damage as well, or cast speed, that's perfect too. But the skill effect duration is the number one and the key to time freeze. Essentially, by the end of the campaign, I would be able to time freeze a boss for about 8 seconds. So 8 seconds with a 40-second cooldown. So you have 8 seconds to dish out as much damage as you want without fearing for any mechanics going on. It's very handy. If you get jewels with this effect, you can probably push up to 9, maybe even 10 seconds before you even finish the campaign. Here's a little tutorial on how it plays. Early levels, cast Flame Wall, shoot Spark. Mid levels, cast Orb of Storm, cast Mana Tempest. If you need some strong DPS with Mana Tempest, shoot Spark. Later on versus bosses, time freeze if you have it available. You freeze the boss, cast Orb of Storm, cast Mana Tempest. Like I said before, do not stand in it more than 3 seconds. 3 seconds is a safe number to think about. 1, 2, 3, and then just step out, or your mana will be gone, and then you'll lose about 4 seconds before your mana regens with potions as well. And then just shoot Spark and repeat. With time freeze, most bosses, you'll able to kill them after just using one time freeze. You'll time freeze them, do all your damage, and they'll probably have like a quarter of health left, maybe 50%. That's for maybe the act bosses, the bigger bosses. That's okay. Your time freeze will be available in about 40 seconds again. So when they're towards the end of the fight, their mechanics are a bit harder, but your time freeze will be available. You just freeze them again, boom, they're dead. Thanks so much for sticking around. I will have a small clip of gameplay on how I play it. So if you want to stick around, by all means. If not, if you wish to just click off, you've seen enough, please like the video. Make sure to subscribe. And hopefully I can have a end game build for you guys as well. But yeah. But here comes the boss. Man, this boss is kind of tricky in my opinion. We got him though. Hopefully I can freeze both of them at the same time. Oh, I can, but
Behold this storm.
oh no. Okay, the other one's electrocuted. The other one's electrocuted. Time freeze? Yes. There we go.
I need more time.
They're both electrocuted. He's dead, and he's dead. There it is. Time freeze, baby, for the win.
Is now dispelled. Why don't you do the? Oh dear. Now we just have to remove it from that giant construct. Good luck. Taste my true power.
Hey man, I'm not gonna lie, man. I really like the Chronomancer. Being able to freeze the bosses, it's pretty handy. Pretty handy. If you got to the end of the video, I thank you so much. Please subscribe and like the video. Hopefully this guide helped you. If you know anyone else who's playing a Sorc and doesn't know what to do, maybe share this video with them. It's a pretty much a guideline of the Sorc, but I just added some Chronomancer flavor into it. Anyways, hopefully I can make a maps build. I'm working on that right now. It might take a little bit more time because of all the new mechanics that they added this patch. But again, thank you so much, and see you next time. Catch my stream. All the links are in the description. Bye bye.